Hi, everyone. I have two projects that I would like to share with you to give you updates. So if you'd like to see what I've been up to, then please stay tuned. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mindful Crafts and More. I'm Katrina. If this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. Take a look at this video or any of my other videos, and if you find yourself inspired, join my channel. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you just hanging out with me for a bit. So, hi everyone. I know it's been long overdue. It's just been very difficult. I've been working hard and just a lot going on. However, I am here today and I would like to give you an update on two projects that I have been working on because I just really want to share with you. All right, so in a previous video, I shared with you that I had won some Happy Mail from a tea and yarn advent from the beautiful Setta over at Setta's Place. If you haven't met her yet, please do so. Go over, check out her channel, subscribe, okay? And set your notifications to all. And that way, whenever she uploads a video, you will see. She's doing a lot of wonderful things right now, and definitely you will be inspired. So now, the project that I was working on had to do with beautiful fingering weight yarn, which was hand dyed, and I believe it came from Tango Poets. You've seen previously where I did some videos along with my Yarny Bestie Pricilla over at Distinctively Handcrafted, where we did pickle jar yarn projects. And so I believe this is that same type of yarn. So I'm really excited because I've worked with it before and it does produce very beautiful results. Now, I didn't want to do exactly the same thing that I did before. So this time I decided to kind of come up with my own kind of pattern, shall we say. I'm going to do some free form just to kind of see how it goes. And I'm really, really excited. So the first thing is I posed a question to you all. What should I make with the beautiful yarn? And should it be knit or should it be crocheted? I want to say thank you so much for giving me input. I do appreciate it. And everyone gave wonderful ideas. So thank you so much. Now, I decided to go ahead with a knit project, and then I had to decide what I was going to make and what stitch pattern I was going to use. So I've come up, I think, with the item that I want to make, and then came the stitch pattern. All right, so previously I did, let me find it. Previously, I put up my thoughts and I put it on my community post tab. So if you have not seen that, please take a look at it. And there I shared with you some samples that I was working on, just trying to determine which stitch pattern would work for a variegated style yarn. And so let's take a look at the photo here. All right, so as you see there, I played around with two different types. One was a stockinette stitch, okay? And the stockinette stitch is here. So this is the square, and this is an example of a kind of busy variegated yarn. All right, so now I like this a lot. It does show the yarn. It's very beautiful, and you see all of the different colors. All right, so this is nice, and it doesn't take away from the stitch pattern. Very simple stitch pattern, which is definitely needed when you are working with a busy yarn. However, there are other stitch patterns that you can use that will also accent beautiful variegated yarn, and I wanted to try to test them out also. All right, so what I looked and found was a beautiful woven knit stitch pattern, and I played around with that. Okay, so this is an example of a woven stitch pattern using the same yarn, and as you see, it definitely looks different. All right, I actually do like this because it gives some depth and dimension to the yarn and to the item that you are making. So I decided to go ahead and use this woven stitch pattern in the current project, and now I have my idea. Okay, in addition to just using this beautiful yarn, I wanted to add something to it. That way I could really accent those beautiful colors. So what I decided to add to it was some ribbing. All right. And the yarn that I chose for the ribbing is this beautiful Patton's Croy sock yarn. Okay. Now, this is the same yarn weight. It is a 1 super fine, and it will work up very similar. So that part I am not worried about. And I went ahead and started and did my ribbing. So this is a 2x1 ribbing. All right. I am using size 6 knitting needles. Okay. So I am all set there. And now I'm actually ready to do my beautiful stitch pattern. And I think that is going to give some nice contrast because my um, ribbing here is nice and smooth. And now I'm going to get some texture added with the beautiful colors. All right. So that's update on this particular thing. And so I will share with you as I go along, either on the community tab or I'll do a short or maybe a video, depending on my time and what I'm able to do. Okay. So that's update on this project. I'm ready and eager to get started and get to working on it. All right, now the second project that I've been working on had to do with a beautiful pattern that I received from my yarny bestie Priscilla over at Distinctively Handcrafted. And she is just awesome, so generous and so talented, beautiful inside and out. And if you have not met her yet, what are you waiting for? Please go over to her channel, subscribe, and check her out. Put your notifications to all so that whenever she uploads, you'll be available and be able to see what she's doing. She's doing a wonderful series right now on beautiful items that she has made and trying to see if she can meet her goal of a new item every day through the winter season. So I think that is wonderful and it is admirable and she has beautiful makes. So please go and check her out. All right, so the pattern that she gifted to me was just an awesome pattern called Just Feel Cozy Wrap. And I shared with you the progress that I had made after I finished one cake of the beautiful mandala yarn that I had. The question I posed to you was, should I go ahead and use one more cake or should I add another one in addition to that? So it would be a total of 2 or a total of 3. And that was because of the width of the wrap as I was working on it. And I wasn't sure if the length of it would be what I needed it to be based on the width of it. All right. So once again, you all were just so awesome. And you gave me really good feedback. And I took that and looked at it and decided I'm going to just go for it and see what happens after I finish number 2. Now, here's the progress that I have made on that particular project. Okay, so I am back. So you see the progress that I made. And honestly, and looking at it, I do think that it is probably about as long as I would like for it to be. So I was all ready to finish it and just share the finished item with you. And unfortunately, wouldn't you know it, I lost that yarn chicken. So the way this is going, I really looked at it and I started with a beautiful blue. And I thought that I was going to be able to end with that same blue when I used the second cake of yarn. Unfortunately, I didn't. And I will show you. Okay, so this is how it began. And I had about 3 or 4 rows of the beautiful blue. But when I got to the end, unfortunately, I didn't even get a whole row of that beautiful blue before I ran out of yarn. So now I have an option. I do have more yarn, but do I want to open up a new cake of yarn just to get the blue, or do I want to end it where it is? I think I would like to open it up because I would like to at least be able to finish with the same color that I started with, so that even though all of the color sequences aren't exactly the same, going from the bottom to the top, if you wear it straight over, I would like to at least be able to have 3 or 4 rows of the same color on each end. So I think that I'm going to either do that or find a way to match up the yarn with something that I have in my stash. I just had promised that I would come back and share it with you after I got the second one completed. And so that's why I didn't go any further. So I do love it. It is just a beautiful, beautiful wrap. It is a very easy pattern to get accustomed to, and you don't have to look at the instructions after you have done so many rows of it. And I think that the self-striping yarn that I used just is perfect for this. So this can be something that you can use the mini hanks of yarn, which is what the designer recommended, or you can consider using a self-striping yarn, or maybe even just a solid. It's a beautiful stitch pattern. And like I said, very easy to work up. And I really do enjoy working on it. All right. So I will share it with you um, once I have completed it, but I'm almost done and it is enjoyable. All right. So send me your thoughts. Let me know what you think. All right. Now, I did promise that I would share some yarn with you all, and I do want to do that. So this is what we're going to do. I would like for you to use the word blue. If you use the word blue, then I know that you would like to be in the running to receive 3 cakes of mandala yarn. All right. I'm going to run this for 2 weeks and then I will come back and look at the comments and use the random comment picker to choose a winner. All right. Now, you have to be 18 years or older. This is void where prohibited. You have to be in the US only. This is not being sponsored by anyone. I will be using my own funds to purchase the yarn for you. And you have to have a valid email address in which to verify you are who you are. And you have to have a valid address to be able to receive the physical item. In addition, I will also order a pattern for you, and that you have to have a valid email address in order to receive the electronic copy of the pattern. All right. Now, do you have to make this item with it? No, it's just that I really enjoyed it and I would like to share it with you and pass on that blessing that was given to me from Pricilla to you as well. All right. So let's do that. And I think you'll have a lot of fun with whatever you decide to make with the beautiful yarn, but I really do want to share. So this is just my way of sharing. All right. So 2 weeks, I'll come back, I'll take a look, I'll do a video and share who wins the item. Once I do that, you will have a week in which to respond. If you do not, or you change your mind or what have you, then I will go ahead and choose another winner. Okay. So it's not a problem at all. I understand things happen. But again, I just want to share. Okay. So I hope that you all don't mind. I hope everybody is doing well. There are so many people who are not feeling well now, and we're seeing a lot of different things here in our community. So I hope that you're doing what you can. Please make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure if you're not feeling well, then maybe wear a mask or avoid, going around others so that hopefully they will not get sick as well. All right. So, yeah, that's all I have for today. I want each and every one of you to do everything you can to be mindful, do everything you can to be at your best health, and by all means, continue to be crafty every day. I look forward to seeing you again soon in one of my videos or one of yours. Now, I forgot to say, please go ahead and like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please, I need it, okay?